In this video, I'm going to show you the major flaws in Bridget's dieting plan and show you how to avoid that and what to do instead. Bridget Jones Diary is a great book. It's a hilarious movie. And Bridget Jones herself is a hilariously flawed character, but nothing is more flawed than her relationship with food and her weight. And perhaps the most tragic part of the whole Bridget Jones Diary saga is just how relatable Bridget is. Because a lot of us see ourselves in her problematic view of her body and of dieting.
So I see two fundamental flaws with Bridget Jones's approach to her body weight and to weight loss. So number one is just this really judgmental mindset that she has. She places judgment, good, bad, repulsive, perfect, saint-like, on her weight and on the number of calories she eats per day. Her self-worth seems to be determined by the number on the scale or by how strictly she was able to sacrifice and starve herself, or the positive attention she gets from a man. Secondly, it's just the way that she views calories and exercise. First of all, she uses exercise as punishment for the food that she's eaten. Exercise should always be done because it makes your body feel good, not in order to punish yourself. Bridget sets impossible calorie standards for herself, eating 770 calories one day, and then completely binging and going off the rails the next day, eating almost 4,000 calories. She does this over and over again, creating this terrible restrict and binge cycle. Over and over again, the low calories she tries to hit results in the next day or several days of much higher calories. She's then constantly reinforcing this behavior by telling herself she was very good on the day that she eats 770 calories, or calling herself perfect and saint-like. And on the contrary, on the days where she's had 3,000, 4,000 calories, calling herself repulsive, very bad, disgusting. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with tracking calories, but it is really important that you have a sustainable and healthy caloric deficit in mind. You need to not enter a fat loss phase unless you're in a healthy state to begin with, meaning that you're eating enough to begin with and your hormones are at a healthy and balanced state. Bridget's calories jumping all over the place is terrible for her hormones, not to mention her unhealthy coping mechanisms being cigarettes, food, and alcohol. Her excessive alcohol consumption is just another unhealthy coping mechanism along with the binge eating, and it shows that she doesn't have healthy coping mechanisms like regular exercise, meditation, or therapy. So what can you do differently if you have a health or weight loss goal like Bridget does? Well, number one starts with that mindset and the language that you use. It's really important not to attribute judgmental language to the food that you eat, exercise that you do, and the number on the scale. Avoid using judgmental language like good, bad, terrible, ugly, repulsive. And instead, acknowledge whether or not you made choices that align with your goals. And if you didn't, what can you do tomorrow to set yourself up for success? If you did, pat yourself on the back and acknowledge the win. Think about how you feel physically and mentally based on the way that you spent the day. How's your energy? How's your digestion? How's your mood? Instead of starving yourself and then binging because you can't sustain it, find a moderate caloric deficit. I recommend a 10 to 20% deficit based on your true maintenance calories, and that's something I can help you with. And achieve that deficit not by restricting yourself from the foods that you love, but by adding the healthy foods that you need, prioritizing protein and produce. Move your body every day because it feels good, not as a punishment for what you've eaten. Your hormones, your physical health, and your mental health will all thank you for the daily movement and the nutrition. If I had a consult call with Bridget Jones, these would be my top 3 pieces of advice for her. Number 1 would be avoid the restrict and binge cycle by eating an appropriate amount every day. You can even cycle your calories so you get more calories on the weekend and fewer during the week. But the difference is a couple hundred, not a couple thousand. This is sustainable over time and it won't jack up your hormones. Number 2 would be to make healthy coping strategies a part of her daily life so that she's not having to reach constantly for the alcohol, the cigarettes, or the tub of Ben & Jerry's. Number 3 is to use your weight and your daily calories as data points, not as a measure of your self-worth. You are far more than a number on a scale. Let me know in the comments below if any of this resonated with you. Have you found yourself in the restrict and binge cycle? Or have you measured your own self-worth based on the scale? Or judged yourself good or bad for the number of calories you ate in a day? If this sounds like you, My group coaching program is perfect for you. You get guidance and support from me, as well as motivation and accountability from the rest of the group. You will never be reduced to a number because you are a human individual. Your weight is simply a data point. If you're interested in finding out more about my group coaching program, you can apply in the description box below. There's no obligation once you apply. It's simply the way for us to start the conversation. Bridget, if you're listening, I can help you.